going on, everybody? It's No Reservations, and we're back. I'm Done One.
And I'm Marie.
So, we had some technical difficulties last episode, as y'all heard. Thank you to All Help Pam, my brother, for coming in and helping us with some audio assistance. Another thing I also learned is that I talk a lot in circles.
Sometimes.
Circles.
We had probably like 20 conversations in one last episode.
Yeah, so it's a lot more structured when you're going through this process. These are the ups and downs that occur from time to time. So I just want to thank you. You're awesome. I love you. Thanks for pointing those things out. And the community too. Thanks for pointing those things out too. We heard your feedback like we said last time, so we appreciate it. We're on to a better way of No Reservations. So without further ado, we'd like to present to you an amazing guest today. She's got a strong mindset. She doesn't know what she wants, but she knows what she wants. She's very talented in many other fields that you will all learn today. So we'd like to introduce to you Alexis. How's it going today? How are you doing?
It's going pretty good.
It's great.
Good to have you on the show. Here it's a community, as we all know. So just to start this off, Alexis, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, your creative journey, and when you first knew that you wanted to explore different avenues of your creativity?
So I think it definitely started I'd have to say that it started in 5th grade when they were really starting to get into art classes at my school. And it definitely changed something, and I think that's where my creativity path started. I will say though, that teacher was interesting. I definitely think that in middle school it helped and it expanded the creativity paths. Right now, and what I'm doing right now with making beats and for an elective, I think that one's definitely helped me explore a lot. It's definitely shown me that I should be thankful for all the music that's out there, because making beats and figuring out how to do that is not easy.
That's right.
Yep, that makes sense. You've definitely had some inspiration along the way with all of that.
Absolutely.
In the beginning of your journey, it was being in violin, right? You started off with the violin. And then, oh, that's right, the
recorder first.
I can tell you that thing annoyed me.
3 of us would agree. 3 of us are in agreement.
Yep, the recorder, then the violin.
Yes.
And then singing. You actually sang for a little bit.
Yes.
Wow, that was interesting. Super interesting. Really like that.
It makes me think about a lot of stuff in that time that you did all this, because it was the recorder. Why do I want to think there was a flute after that? Because traditionally, didn't that come next if you're a woodwind instrument like a clarinet? Yeah. But she didn't do that. She went somewhere else. How did you know you wanted to explore more after that? Again, in the beginning of you figuring out music or expressing yourself.
Mm-hmm. I definitely think that people that I grew up around, especially you, for example, and seeing all the...
And your dad, of course.
Yes, especially seeing all the stuff that you've done with all your friends, as in making beats and rapping and definitely trying to make yourself known. I definitely think that's what inspired me to start music, because I wanted to not only relate to you on a level, but also know what it's like to work on that kind of spectrum.
With the back end of things.
Right, you get to see it firsthand. You're seeing how it's creating
right.
Something that I'm building. You get to be behind the scenes. Not a lot of people get to be behind the scenes of all this.
No, that's a very sacred place.
Yes.
It is. It's therapy. But that it makes me very proud when you decided to go on any journey that you did. And for you to express that, it's for us to have more of a bond and more of a connection. That's also a plus, because it comes from your heart. All of this environment, it's all for everyone to grow. So first and foremost, that feels great that you want to create your own music, because my music and what you're trying to create in the community that you're a part of, it's a different realm, right? They're different fields.
Yes, I would absolutely agree with that, because the stuff that we have is modern day, I guess you could say.
Modern day, you hear that?
It's very like today's age and very new.
Right.
While for example, what Prem works on is something that I would have loved to work on, because personally with me and the Ableton track, you just have to press add track, and then you can go to the drum sets, and it has like 808s.
Oh. Okay.
And just everything else. So I think that's pretty cool. But I would definitely love to have the ones of the 808 track personally. You know what that's like.
Well, real 808 from the machine. You want the machine, not just a plug-in.
Right.
Now, I'm sure all the community knows what lingo we're talking about, but like that's the great part is that you are talking from a place of now, but you have understanding of other forms of creating beats, like you said, through the Creminist and how he creates beats or all help and then in your audio production class, how your professor does it, shows you, and then that all that you create your sound again for now because when I was doing boom bap, I guess that's the genre they call it. It's hip hop to me, but boom bap, the sound you're talking about that Prem makes, it has a certain feel, right? An era like a almost in a '90s Wu Tang or from the golden era of music, right?
Yes.
You that stuff too. Yeah. Shout out to the Premise. Shout out to all you producers out there, no matter what timeline you come from, because that's what it is. It sparks interest.
Right.
And so you make that, and then it makes me think of a lot of our journey, how we blended later, right? With her first appearance in a music video, right?
Along the lines of the Loses video.
Go check that out, guys. Pretty banger.
But that video, that round though too, was her learning her DJing and stuff.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Because of Pan, right? How did that all work out?
Yes.
How did that work out?
So I was gifted a mixer for my birthday, which was awesome, by the way, and I got to design it on my own. Awesome. Shout out to Off Pan, guys. And then it just kind of grew into I'm gonna do the talent show, which came up.
Talent show? You said the magic word. Talent show.
Talent show's a very magic word.
That's a magic word around here. We'll get to that in a minute. But so he gifted you this set of equipment, right? So your turntables, because you didn't have one or a set or any of that, that's why you mentioned Spotify, right? That you would have like two tablets, right? Phone and a tablet.
Yes, one phone and one tablet, and they were both plugged into the mixer. I do admit, though, in the talent show, the speakers there were not good.
They were not, but you made the most of it.
I did.
And that's the best part of it all is you made the most of it. Because me, I come from before, right? So it was, ironically, it was hard for me to understand. What are we doing? What do you mean Spotify? What do you mean a tablet? I'm a purist, even though I'm not a turntable person or anything or a mixer guy. But did you already have an idea of the mixer before Pan showed you like this is the left and the right and this is how you mix it? Did you already have an idea of how it worked or not really?
I had an idea on how it worked along with
Faders and
the faders.
Okay.
I definitely had an idea for how those two worked. But I think the rest of the buttons was what really confused me, especially with the plugins on the back.
right.
I think that was definitely the most challenging one.
And what comes out?
Right.
Then you had to practice with him, right? You practiced with him for a couple of sessions.
Yes.
And that was fun. You
That
got
was.
to do the lights and stuff and his own stuff that
His
he
setup.
has, his setup that he has at home. So
He's got a real dope setup though.
He does. Absolutely.
Again, like you, it's your own way. He has his own way, his environment, his creative space. You can create from there.
Right.
So you felt comfortable. We all felt comfortable. And it was a great experience overall, the whole journey of everything and us getting to here today.
But I think that helps as well because I feel if you didn't have somebody or three somebodies really, everybody that is in our immediate circle, if you didn't have everybody actually helping you, I feel like you would have just been like, oh, this is whatever. I'm just not gonna try anymore.
I definitely think I would have given up. That's definitely one of the habits I have is that if I don't know how to do something and I've tried it too many times, I'll drop it. I'll just give up because I'll assume that it's not something worth my time if I can't get it right.
You're a perfectionist. Wonder where she gets that from.
Maybe it's because I'm a Virgo, guys.
She's gonna put it on her sign.
I'm putting
On my sign, not on a person or people.
She's definitely still. I can't deny her. She's my daughter, definitely for sure.
She is my daughter.
I'm an Aries, so fire signs and earth sign.
Well, that's great because then you said you did a talent show. Those things are special. To put yourself out there, right? You're being vulnerable. I'm sure some of your peers at the time were like, "What's this?" Because I remember being there and everyone was like, "What's all this?" Because you were being secret.
Right.
Some of your people knew, some of your immediate friends and peers knew what you were doing, but they didn't still have a grasp.
Right.
They didn't understand, right?
I
What did they tell
summarized
you?
it. They were definitely confused and they were like, will you just tell us already? And I was like, just gonna.
You were already doing the buzz, like you said a while ago. You were creating a buzz.
Yes.
Where you're like, oh, I see how you put your music out there and create it. You were already doing it. You didn't let the cat out the bag.
Right.
Even though you told them, and they were still like, what?
Yeah, I definitely summarized it. I was like, guys, I got a mixer. And they were like, what the flip? What is that?
I'm sure, right? Because again, it's
not just top secret, but a lot of those kids don't understand what all of that stuff. They are not around what she's around.
Right. So your peers are more into their phone, into games or video games or a variety of things at the time, right?
Definitely, yeah.
They weren't doing what you're doing. You were like ahead
right.
of the curve, right? And that's what's awesome because you put a lot of time and effort. And me being a stickler perfectionist too, I'd be like, what are you doing? What do you mean? Don't forget this, don't forget that. And then I had you reminded me, you were like, hey, you gotta let her create.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be, ¿cómo se llama? What is the word? Can't be hovering over you because you're not creating what I'm creating.
That's something we're still working on, definitely, from both of us. That we're both definitely working on because we want to see you succeed and we know the ins and outs, but we also know that because of how we found out the ins and outs was because of the trial and errors that we made.
Right.
And so you have to go through your own trial and errors to figure out how it works for you because it's not all the same for all of us.
Right.
But I know for you it's been very passionate. Like I said, you're very passionate about what you do.
Passion.
And so I know you want to just jump right in and be like, oh, you got to do it that way.
Because you're supposed to steer someone in the right direction.
Right.
You're never supposed to hinder them or pull them back from their abilities. If I don't believe in you, then I would push you away from doing it.
Right.
But I'm so passionate and believe in you that I have full force. I'm like, no, that's just how it's got to be. Now,
Do it now.
You should know by now because look, you've seen all. We just said you've seen all our ups and downs, and that's what it's about though too. Is you have to nurture someone, allow them to flourish. You don't just rip each caterpillar doesn't cocoon. And then you rip it out and it becomes a butterfly, right?
It becomes a butterfly.
You leave it alone and you go, all right, it's still there. It's growing. It'll be a butterfly soon. And boom, it's not a butterfly. Talent shows are important because, like I said, you're putting yourself out there. You're showing your peers a different side of you. You're showing the school, the program. I'm sure if I remember right, I'm sure even the program director, teacher of the talent show was kind of like, what are we doing?
They were surprised, but they liked the songs.
Yes, and they were like, we need the music instructor person here. No, mira. In, from there, inside, out of the mixer, boom. Yep. And they couldn't grasp it.
Right.
And again, that's me inserting myself. Because I was like, no, we're like, hurry up. It's talent show time practice. We got to hurry up. We're not all day. Yeah. So talent show, right, is very passionate. A passion thing for me, too, because when I saw you doing that, and especially being your final year of grade school, it helped me so much because I did a talent show. You guys already know.
My favorite story of all time.
Talent show is important to me because in 5th grade, shout out to Adams Elementary and all them out there for all of that. But the rules are different now, but I'm sure they still apply. Is to where you got to follow the rules. You can't break no rules, get in trouble, or you can't be in a talent show.
Right. It was that we had to follow the rules and we had to at least have anything that was above a C, I believe.
Oh, okay, so they put the curriculum on you too. That's good. That's great to hear. Yeah, sports, right? Hold on, you're jumping the gun. You're almost there. No, I'm just kidding. So in 5th grade, I got in trouble as expected, right? I couldn't, and I broke my heart. I was like, "What do you mean?" It damaged me so much. I still, to this day, don't remember what exactly I was gonna go for because I already got approved to be in it, but I got in trouble. I'm going mess it up. I'm going screw it up, right? Even as a little fat little mocoso. 6th grade comes around, same time. All right, talent show, boom, sauce, boom, I kill it. I'm in like Flynn, telling all the homies, I'm like, hey, I'm being a talent show, fool. And they're all, oh, you're gonna mess it up again? And I was mad. Little travieso, right? I'm all, shut up, guys. You're just jealous. I didn't want to be in a talent show anyways. And talent show back then, you had to wait till after school, and there was a long line. It was like you were gonna go get tickets to one of your favorite bands today. When the lines were long, like when we went to go see Mac Miller.
Yes.
Like that. For talent show at school, right?
Dang.
80s, whatever. Oh, fool. So I put the video, all right, on VHS. I'm watching it back. Yes, VHS, old, yes. Mind you, I don't show nobody this. Nobody knows this, right? It's like my own little secret. nobody knows that I could get down like James Brown like this. So the final piece, which I was really stressed out about, was that I needed my outfit. I couldn't. You can't. I didn't have anything at the time that was for what I was going for, right?
Right.
So then I gotta muster up the courage to go tell my mom.
Oh.
Plot twist, right? So I'm stressing. So I asked her, right? And I'm like, Mom, can we go to Kmart? Yeah, I get some jeans and what's that, and a jersey. She's like, for what? Right off rip. Right off rip. We wouldn't do that to you. There'd be a lot of questions from me
Right.
about something you're gonna do, but I'll tell her. So she's all, did you get kicked out last time? And I was just like, can we, please? So we go, she gets me the outfit, the stuff I need to finally get down like James Brown. I'm hype, I'm happy, my grades are good, I'm good at school, I'm not messing with nobody, talent show time's around, everyone wants to know what I'm doing. And they're all, what are you gonna do? I'm just gonna go watch. So just like you said, you even explain it to them, they wouldn't understand, right? So I'm ready. Everyone's giving me shit at school, from teachers to from administration to my peers, that I'm gonna get in trouble. What are you gonna do, fool? You better tell us now, because you ain't even gonna be in it, right? So boom, the day happens. I want my mom to be there. I want everyone to be there, not just the school, right? I have practiced so much for this, so then everyone's doing their thing. I'm cool. You get the occasional instrument player, all of your basic what you learn in grade school,
Right.
and the odd ones out, right? I go up there, I give them the cassette tape, because I even got the tape. I give them the tape, and they're like, when I go out there, they close the curtains, they open them up, and I'm just there. You know what I mean? And then it's all, I have the jersey backwards. I have an Oakland A's jersey on backwards. I have some big old Husky, because I'm a fat boy. I have extra Husky Wranglers on, mind you, all from Kmart. All right, I got a starter hat on too, to the back. Everything's turned inside out, right? And then I'm doing all my dance moves just like the video, hitting the marks. I don't do that whole 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the hell they do,
Yeah, that
right?
messes me up.
Doing all my stuff right? And I didn't skip a beat. And then after that, everyone was like, dang, fool, you really get down like that. I didn't know you dance like that. So that's just to say, you striking a chord about your talent show. What did your friends tell you? What did they say after that?
Wiggity, wiggity, whack.
I'm sorry.
Who, me? Probably. Not her. She was great. But what did they say?
Definitely some of the kids that I wouldn't consider friends, they were all like, I didn't know you could do that. They were like, wow, I didn't know that was a talent of yours. And like they were like, that's really cool. I definitely think the one that really stuck with me the most was these two girls, Charlie and Skylar. Swear to God, yo. They were like the kind of popular girls.
Okay.
And so the fact that they told me that it was really good and that they were amazed, it stuck with me. And I was like, the fact that I could amaze two popular girls that I talked to, like, is amazing.
Right. No, that's great. Wow.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Shout out to Kmart, by the way.
Oh, no, look, this girl talking about like she knows the Blue Light Special. I was there. The
I do.
popcorn, the hot dogs. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Because in El Paso, I keep forgetting.
They shut it down, though, so I was definitely devastated.
Right, but still,
That was probably one of the last Kmart.
it's still there.
Yeah.
It's still there.
It's not there anymore.
Oh, it's not.
I remember Theo working there. He would work with the jewelry.
Wait, didn't Cassie work there too?
Yes.
That's where
And Cassie worked there too.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's where they
Oh,
first
that's
started talking. And
Oh,
not to bring up any old wounds, guys.
yeah, that's not what we're doing. We might edit that out. Who knows? But we'll see. Clickbait. Click now, and you can hear the story about how they met.
That's right. I
That's-
forgot they worked there.
Yeah.
But also, like, so because some strangers, well, they're not strangers,
Acquaintances. They were
but acquaintances, people that
Right.
aren't in your circle of friends at the time, right?
Mhm.
They were impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that stuck with you, because like, what did Michael and Bella say? What did they understood already?
Three
Oh,
Musketeers.
yes.
The Musketeers, right?
They were so amazed and they were so proud and they were like, dude, that was awesome. And I was like, thank you guys, thank you. And they were like, I know your dad does that, but like, I didn't know you could do that. And I was like, well, I guess I'm just amazing, guys.
And then
Great.
this is where we insert her video.
Over at the
Talent
talent shows.
Stop! I remember that. Yes, you guys should watch that. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I remember recording, not being in anyone's way. I was like, damn, like,
I know everybody was watching us like, what are these guys?
Why they got
doing?
tripods and gimbals and shit?
They're like, why are the Mexicans recording this one singular bright colored child?
Right, because your style is even different, even at school to this day. But it's important because although those memories live with you in your mind and in our minds too, because we were there. That's what we're talking about is fostering a healthy place
Yeah.
to let someone create because you have to have it. I know what it's not like to have it and still create it, at your age. But that's what we're big on is here in general is believing in yourself. Because you believing in yourself and going in front of your school and your peers, and not that we're being judged, but we're gonna kind of get judged. That's a scary thing because no one likes rejection, right?
Right. I think rejection is definitely what scares most kids from going into the talent show. Because I know the talent show for me, I didn't join it because I was still in this insecure phase where I didn't want to be judged. And the minute someone was going to judge me, I was going to go back into my shell and I was just not going to do it whatsoever.
Right, we weren't having that though.
Right.
Yeah,
yes, absolutely.
We're like grade school.
Yes.
Yeah. But then, because you were still, so with that, you learned all that. You were still in grade school during the video time, or it was in middle school?
Time?
Yeah. Right? Were you in middle school already, or it was in between?
No, it was in that time frame. It was a couple months before, right? Because
her practicing for talent show and Lourdes is almost.
No, wait. Now I'm confused.
Do you remember me, huh?
I want to say it was like in 6th grade.
Okay, so it was a video first, and then talent show. Because we recorded Lourdes in October-ish, because we had it out by November.
Right, I think it was somewhere around there. But Lourdes is to say that Lourdes, right? You doing that, right? So if I'm thinking backwards instead of how I assumed it was the talent show and you showing face and not being rejected and people embracing you.
Right.
That also goes with Lourdes because I'm sure. How did it happen? How did we get to her being?
So we had somebody else and his daughter. We recorded her at their place because they had a really nice setup and everything. Right. We got all of that set up really nicely. But then the remaining shots that were needed, we just couldn't schedule.
Timing, right?
Yeah, I was just scheduling. I know he was going through a lot at that time too. So
right. Oh, that's right. Shout outs to Edith and his daughter Cosette. Thank you guys.
That's right.
He has a great home. He was very inviting. Alexis, you were there too, right?
I don't think
so.
Yeah, you were there. And her vibe, she has her own vibe too, like you do. So y'all kind of talked for a second, not too much, because you two didn't know each other.
Right.
But the vibe you could tell was that you guys the two of you young ladies were very your own kind. That wasn't the pact. It wasn't the norm. So,
right.
So you saw how we did that shot, right? And then we asked you to be in the Lourdes video, still in, right?
Yeah, we had asked her to double check if it was something you wanted to do.
And we let you take and sit on it.
Yeah, because we're not about forcing.
No, that's not our work.
We don't forcing a child to do anything. It just puts it in their mind that they're going to be forced in everything in life and that they don't have a voice.
Right.
And especially when you shut down that voice. I've definitely had my fair share of don't ask any questions, you just do what I tell you to do. And it was fear instilled in me. So I feared that if I asked or said anything or was asked if I could have a choice, then I would get my ass beat. With you, it would have been a lot different. We wanted to make sure you had a choice. And in your creativity, we didn't want to steer you in a different direction. So I remember us asking her, hey, do you want to be Lourdes, basically?
Yeah, do you want to lure them to the Lord's step? What did you think about that? Honestly, how did you think?
I definitely thought it was pretty cool with all our makeup. Honestly, when we were redoing it, it was really funny because I couldn't laugh. I couldn't laugh, but I really wanted to laugh.
Right, you couldn't be serious.
Right, I couldn't be serious because I was hardcore staring into All Hell Pam's face. And he was just staring like this, and it was funny.
Oh, you mean from the live, like when we were at the house, the abandoned house shots. Okay.
One, yeah.
That's right.
It was definitely funny for me because It was hard to keep a straight face.
With his mask on too.
Yes, and I remember my bottom lip kept quivering.
Right? And we're like, are you cold or what? You're like, oh, I'm just
Trying not to laugh.
Right. All right, be serious. Alexis, be serious, please. That's all you can hear me saying in the back.
I remember that, yes. Yes, that's all you would say. You were like, serious? Serious?
You're laughing, you're smiling.
Don't
and then
smile.
like, when you and Pan had the little like face off for a second.
I had to do that quick.
Yeah.
Because both of them, because then it got to the point where she was making Pan just laugh also.
Right.
And he couldn't keep a straight face anymore.
That was the best.
And it was supposed to be this serious Joker moment in between looking at each other's eyes.
Because he was her eyes.
Yes.
All Hail Pan's character in the video is Lord of his eyes. Everyone that she picks up on her journey is part of her. So one is sight, one is hearing, one speaks, which was the song. Yeah. The song was Lord of his speaking to people.
Yeah.
You know, so again, schedule, timing, and it doesn't matter that we had hiccups.
Right.
Yeah.
That the mural didn't work. RIP third space location was locked, so we had to immediately just change it. And then how you were so, even you, because how we had it planned still played out, but the house wasn't part of it. So you were even able to change on the fly. But we have a plan.
Yeah, it was adaptiveness.
You were able to do that. Like,
shout out to these guys, they adapted.
And look, you know,
definitely did
schedule and timing again. It was like an hour and a half, and everything else was shot before because we shot scenes before.
Right.
We took note of what time it was, so that when we shot the next video, we had everything locked in.
Yeah.
And everything looked timeline the same.
That's why we had everybody meet as early as we did.
Yeah, I hit them up. I even hit them up in advance. Everyone, like, yo, get here, boom, boom, boom. Vonnie, Pluto, everyone, boom, boom, get here early. We got to get here early. We got to be on time. We got to do this because that's what we're about. Go check out the note of this video.
Absolutely.
So you were part of it all. You saw how we mixed the video down.
That was fun though too, because that was one of the ones that I got to join in with her.
Yes.
I just remember.
Yes, you guys bonded. Like
we bonded more because we were like, oh, we're in a music video together.
Yeah, and the family, the heartfeltness of it, you could feel at the time.
Yeah.
Because everyone brought their family too. The homies we call the homies we call in as extras came, and then there's us, the family, and then there's everyone else. So the dynamics were different, but family was part of it.
Yeah.
And the bond was solidified even more then. You know, and just taking direction.
Yeah.
Working on the fly also, even though our idea was solid, it was for a different location, so we had to improvise and not waste people's time because it was probably asbestos. It was no floor, it was dirt. We had a sauna on the floor, we had all the everything there, and we just made it happen. But for you, seeing us mix it down,
seeing the end result,
how does it feel seeing the end result? Like you seeing the video on your time? How did that make you feel, like, seeing yourself?
Yeah, it made me feel proud that I was, like, on a video that you wanted me to be on. It definitely felt good to be in, like, a video that you two had made together, and how I always heard you talking about how you two worked well together and how it was always communication between you two. I definitely saw that when I was with you two in the Lourdes video. That definitely was something that I was most proud of because I could see it. Like, yeah, my parents, they're pretty cool. They communicate.
But everyone should communicate. But how did it make you feel though? Like, just seeing yourself. Like, did you tell your friends? Like, have you, whether that be at the time or even now, have you told any of your friends about, like, hey, go check out this Lourdes video?
I haven't. No, I haven't told my friends about it because, like, no, yeah, I haven't told them about it because, like, it's not something I'm trying to flaunt. Right. For them to be like, that's not too cool, man. You know?
You're being humble. You're like, okay, I get what you're saying.
I guess so, yeah, humbleness.
Right, and you have to be. Does it bring joy to you seeing yourself on the screen? That's your debut. Like, that's all three of us, really, thinking about it now, that's all three of us, our debut. That was our first, like, we're going to make this video. Watch this.
Yes.
Let's elevate it. Let's take it to a cinematic level. Build out a story. Build it all out, and get a big group of people together. Have it family oriented. Like, that's what it's about. You have to be family oriented.
Yeah.
again, thank you. We lean on each other in our good and bad times
Mm-hmm.
Right.
because of how this place is, our place, our creative space, our home, everything. That's how it has to be.
Yeah.
You get an Oscar for that. We're gonna do Oscar, or we get you an Oscar for that.
You should do that for a commercial. You should like Photoshop me. It's just
We'll get an Oscar like that.
Well, no, remember when we went to Warner Brothers Studios the first time, she was holding an Oscar.
Oh, that's
so little did we know that you were already a star.
I'm already an Oscar winner, guys.
So and then that's the picture we flashed.
Yeah.
That's when we took Becky with on.
Oh
Becky went on
yeah.
that little adventure with us.
She sure did.
You know what? But maybe it goes back to even that because we went to Warner Brothers in 5th grade. Right?
Yes.
It was 5th
we
grade.
saw everything.
We saw, I think it was like 5th or 6th grade because obviously we've gone twice.
Right.
So that one was the first time when we went to the Warner Brothers Studios, and we saw how everything happened. So we got to see the Big Bang Theory stuff, and then
the scripts, how they schedule out the shots, the characters, how everything is on a schedule.
Yeah.
You can't just wing it.
No.
You can't.
There's steps.
You can't skip anything out. You can't.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, that was one of the things where we're like, okay, this is how we have to do this with this video.
Yes.
Right? This is how we have to brainstorm to do that video.
Yeah, I believe it was like that, actually.
I think so. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, again, our environment. Right?
Yeah, because that's what it is the environment. We explore into different areas and different places together. And I think that that's where the creativity continues to expand.
Yeah.
And because we give you that option of, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to go there? Do you want to have this? Or what do you want to see? And because you have a voice in the choices that we make as a family, I think that's what's brought you out of your creativity shell a lot more. Because I think from being in elementary school, doing your talent show, then that prompted when we had to pick your electives.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
For middle school, it was like, okay, well, this middle school has this special program, so I'm going to do this. And that's where you ended up just expanding with music as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
That's been fun, because then that's how All Hail Pan and Prem has even... Because I remember even talking with Prem, he was like, I didn't have that growing up. I learned everything on my own. And offered of, hey, if you ever want to come over, I can teach you some things.
Mm-hmm. All Hail Pan also, too?
Both of them.
Both of them, just genuinely. Like you asking them genuinely, they genuinely gave it back to you, too.
Right.
Yeah. What was given to them to help them expand. Right,
moving
because
it, passing it forward.
Right, because Arlo did that for Prem at around the same age from what my talking with Prem was, you know, around the same age. Now Prem is giving it back to you, and talking with Pan, he's also stated that he just wants to help this generation with their music. He wants to continue to not throw things, but continue to feed and help you grow that little plant of yours and your creativity.
Right.
So then that leads you down playing sports, because athletics, to be an athlete, it's a different type of creativity.
Right.
You have to strategically know stuff. And sometimes you have to get creative, right? Like when we found out that you are a righty, but you bat lefty.
Yes.
That's so rare.
Yes.
Like that.
You immediately wanted to teach her how to bunt.
I wanted to teach her how to slap.
Oh my God,
slap. We're going to teach her how to slap. We're going to teach her how to do this. We're going to teach her how to do that. Because there's so much strategic creativity that you can do as a lefty batter. And I just want to see you succeed in that aspect of things. But then you've grown to love this as well. That's in high school, sometimes it's two different realms.
Right.
You know, because with me growing up, you were either a jock or you were a theater geek or you were a nerd. Like, that's the little cliche of cliques.
I think I'm going to be two of those. I think I'm going to be a jock and a theater nerd. Honestly.
Right, because then that led into Hamilton
Right.
And the Hamilton kick, watching different Broadway theater productions like that one of your friends was just in doing Hamilton, and that got you into wanting to be in theater now. So what's got you steering down that road?
I definitely think that it's because I like watching musicals. I like the musical elements of it. I also like how the lighting is involved and how they're so quick to like redress and backstage, you know? Backstage is hard for theater, I'm assuming, because it's not only just preparing for your lines, but also doing a whole new costume change, if anything, and remembering your lines and memorizing them, making sure that you know the musical moments when you're supposed to be dancing and singing and moving furniture or whatnot.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that's cool. I also think that now that I'm in music tech, that I think that could help theater too. That I could, because they have the whole lighting board and everything,
right. And sound too, right?
Right. And obviously it's completely different, and it's not like the Ableton little push thing that we have. But I definitely think that since I know controls and how to be patient with it, I definitely think that that could be like helpful in theater.
That is so awesome, because not a lot of theater kids tend to do that. They want to act. That's their point of being in theater. They want to act. They want to be on stage. They want to do all that. But it's very rare that you get people that are in the back, which is crazy though, because I don't remember the play. I was in theater for like half a semester my junior year. Okay, so I didn't do very much, but I had a lot of friends that were thespians. So if anybody in the theater world knows what a thespian is, it's like the highest of theater people. And so I had a lot of friends that were thespians. I actually have one that I still follow on Instagram named Isaac. He's written his own stuff now. I used to hang out with them all the time. You know, Isaac, Jen, Betty. Shout out to all three of you guys, because I hung out with you guys the most. Seeing them, I was like, let me experience this. I've been an athlete. I was a jock in high school. I actually, in my play, I didn't act. I didn't get any of the parts, and I didn't know sound or lighting. But I was one of the ones that got to throw stuff off the catwalk. Okay, so my cue was no, actually, that's crazy. I don't even remember the name of this freaking play that it was, but the cue was. But now there's shoes falling, and I had to throw shoes down into the scene. Yeah,
right.
And that was my cue. So to your point, though, it is hard in the back end of things, because you have to know your cues of doing things like that, whether it's throwing shoes out from the freaking catwalk.
You know, that's amazing. Like. Be like, there's shoes falling. And I was like,
you just see the shoe go.
You see chocolates lying everywhere. But
that's a mother's Mexican dream.
Right. We're gonna go to a commercial break right now. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for more from No Reservations.
Absolutely.
Always been conscious, never owe dollars, but I slide 100 and test the product. Lot of strong start, slow finishers. With super lattice drop, believe returns diminishing. Got your investors on the line, I'm lying. Who is we kidding? Big dog turn little frames to kittens. You don't want these writtens. 3 blunts, 2 drinks, and a handful of minutes. Somebody's face cringing. My shit hit different. Whack rapper bigot. Smash mouth crash out like Braille. The boys gon' feel it. Tall tales, the world gon' hear it.
Hey guys, what's up? No Reservations here. I'm Marie, and this is
Done one.
And we are No Reservations. Come on in, join our community, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff on all platforms. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, we got it. Even X, aka Twitter, because that's what I still call it. Join us what is it again?
Thursdays at 7 p.m. every week on a schedule. Let's go. No reservations. We got to get back to the show.
And now we're back from commercial. Make sure you guys go out and get those tamales. courtesy of myself and us, actually. It's actually a family business.
All of us.
We all actually do it together. Make sure you help and support and share all of that stuff. Before the commercial break, we were actually talking about how I threw shoes off of the catwalk. So,
At the catwalk.
you know, those three of my friends were my influences in trying out theater. I tried it out and I realized it wasn't for me, but I like watching it. Like when we went up to Cottonwood and went and supported that high school.
Stop, get out of my head. I was actually thinking about that the whole time earlier.
Yeah.
Before we went to commercial break, I was like, Cottonwood, Charlie Brown, right? Because it was Charlie. Which one was it? The pumpkin patch, Charlie Brown?
No, I think it was like a Christmas one. Because we went up there, I think like during November, December time.
Mhm.
Oh, because that was during the time you would go visit grandma and grandpa in El Paso and stay with them during school time for the holidays. So that's when you and I were like, let's take a nice trip
To nowhere.
Let's just stay in Cottonwood for the night. 2 nights, I think it was. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So that's where I realized I actually like watching it. So it's interesting that, you know, you are wanting to do theater now and jump into that and how that goes through. But like I said, I had those 3 influences that pushed me to try something different, you know, and then I continue to have my influences now, you know, like you guys influence me and inspire me to be better and be not just a better mom and a better wife, but just a better human being in general. So are there anybody that influences you to the fullest, like in that aspect of your life?
There definitely are some people that inspire me. One of them definitely being Lily Reinhart. She's definitely been on a lot of podcasts and definitely talked about a lot of her issues and what she's dealt with. I definitely think that it's very powerful to see she's still herself and that she doesn't see her issues as her downfall. I'd also have to definitely say Erin, how she's definitely taught me a lot. Definitely patience with collaging.
Right? She does great work, like the piece we have hanging up there.
Absolutely, yes. Or my little penguin cat collage that she made.
Shout out to Erin.
Yes, absolutely. And definitely Maddie too, with her radio station. Go check that out, by the way.
Maddie in the mornings.
Yes.
Link in description.
MIM.
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 She's a Mim.
Musical Art Instrument Museum.
Intrusive
Great
thoughts.
class.
This is a lovely part about you. Your intrusive thoughts sometimes get the
Like someone's in the car.
Oh no. This is where he's gonna go bleep 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 bleep.
I can't do not. I didn't even know what we were doing. I didn't even know what I was thinking.
Anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
Definitely Dana and her comedianness.
She's gonna love that word.
She's awesome. Comedianness.
Yes.
Comedianness.
She always says you're so cool.
Oh, thank you. I think she's really cool. I definitely think that, like, she's worked her way up to being a comedian. I think that's really cool. How she hasn't stopped working on being what she wants to do. Mm-hmm. I definitely think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Dana.
Mm-hmm.
She's got plenty of shows coming up.
She does.
See them sprinkled around everywhere.
Sprinkled.
Sprinkled everywhere.
Sprinkle.
I
think of like a chef going.
That's all her comedy.
We did that.
That's all her comedy shows. We're gonna tell Dana, can you do this? So we'll just drop every single show she's ever done, like it's just dropping.
Or that she's about to have.
Yeah.
Man.
That'd be dope. I say dope a lot, and then my friends are always like, "What's dope mean?" They're like, "What's dope?"
Different time. It's a different time.
I'm always like, so I have to always go like, "Oh, it's cool."
I could understand that. That plays a big part in a lot of this, though, too. In your creativity.
Yeah.
Your creativity as a whole, though, you have your modern time or your day and age, as you said it earlier, your generation.
Your peeps.
Right now, your peeps. The lingo is just weird.
Definitely. I definitely agree with that.
Oh, gosh.
There's a lot of words that
charisma.
No, this is just saying that you have that you're flirting with someone. You're being like, "Oh, you have Riz."
Oh,
this just means
okay.
flirt.
Okay.
That's all it means. It just means you're like a stud or something.
What other words?
Holy Jesus. What the Sigma?
Yeah. What is that? What the hell?
Because she had a little kid in Target when we were looking at vinyls. Mind you, this girl.
She has a vinyl collection too.
Yeah, she started her vinyl collection. She likes record stores, all of that fun stuff. And we were looking at the vinyls and then decided, hey, we're going to go look at the Halloween stuff. Because obviously Halloween. Next episode, spooky season.
Bing, bing.
So we had to go there, and I don't know what happened to Alexis yells, what the Sigma? And this little boy's like, Sigma. And we're like,
He was like, oh no, no, not Sigma.
I'm so sorry. And
What's
the
Sigma?
mother just laughed. So
Is it?
did you do it again?
did you break your.
We're good. It's all right.
What did you?
What the Sigma?
Personally, for me, Sigma. I'm gonna ignore that for now.
I know.
So basically, what the Sigma is like. I don't know how to explain Sigma. You'd have to look that up.
Is it replacing a bad word?
For me, it's replacing a bad word because
What the shit? What the hell?
what's the flip? It's basically
What the
replacing-
fuck phenomenon?
It's basically replacing like F word, or, I guess.
For others, it's a whole different meaning.
For others, Sigma it means a lot. It just means a lot.
In terms of good or bad, or
Anything really.
because when I think of Sigma, I think of a fraternity or a what is it?
Sorority?
Delta,
Yeah, Sigma,
Phi.
Delta, High, Kappa, Zeta,
So Sigma, I think Sigma starting up their own little signs
a
of
little Kappa,
party
Alpha, Vega.
signs. Or like drumline when they do their little,
Right.
you know, dang, that's crazy.
Times have changed. I tell you, times have
Times
changed.
have changed a lot.
I was just able to say Google wasn't very helpful.
Google's not very helpful sometimes.
Screw Google, guys. Google's a lie. It's a
Well,
except Gemini. Gemini is great. At least AI gives you facts.
Not all the time.
Sometimes. Different sources.
Anyways,
So I definitely think that personally, the 7th graders at my school like to curse a lot, and I'm just like, why are y'all cursing so much?
so then that's why you tend to switch up your vocabulary. It's still vocabulary we don't understand.
Well, I know you guys know what the flip means.
Oh yeah,
And like
with the
flip.
French toast.
I'll drop something, and then all of a sudden I'll go, French toast.
What's the flapjacks for? Flapjacks for?
I know, I always go, what the flipper doodles?
So even in that, you have a creativeness of things.
Sure
You
do.
create in different forms. It's not just music or sports or theater. It's in your your language and how you talk and how you dress.
You guys can see.
Her own style. She got her own uniqueness. That's what's awesome about her. She's her own self.
Yeah.
We didn't make it. We didn't tell her. Obviously, there's rules and parameters and guidelines and all that. Be a cute human stuff, but you're the environment that you're in, the home, the lovingness, the nurturing that we do for you allows you to be you.
Right.
No one's critiquing you.
Mhm.
You know, but it's interesting that some of the fashion that they're wearing now is from both our eras. It's a little bit of both now,
Baggy jeans.
right?
Bagginess.
Super baggy jeans.
Yes.
I used to rock them bad boys, big old loose backpack, the crunch, the hat, like a baseball player was. Hella, you can't see me.
I wear baggy bell bottom. Obviously, bootcut jeans was my thing.
Bootcut jeans was a thing also from our era. If you were a raver, oh, no, my bad. What is that? A rebel? Remember the rebels?
Oh Jesus!
I don't.
I'm glad you're good. You're good. I hope that doesn't.
Well,
come
you know
back
what? There
in your
are.
timeline.
I've seen some kids last year when you were in 7th grade. I saw an 8th grader that rocked clothes that he was from the Outsiders.
Oh man.
I mean that, but see, look, whether we're
It's a
talking
greaser,
about
guys.
funk or we're
Whatever.
talking
That's
Greasers.
right, but the look could be many things though. Now it's or
They're
like rockabilly style. It could be rockabilly. It could be greaser. It could be punk. It could be skater. It could be a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff. You have a lot of hats that you wear.
You're not just one style.
No.
Definitely not.
You have a plethora of styles.
I'm going back to dresses, guys. Going back to
Dresses.
What was it?
It was
It's
just
homecoming to me. It's coming too fast.
homecoming's next year.
Don't remind me. I know. That's why I said that.
Which is crazy because I actually showed her my senior homecoming dress.
That dress was really nice. It was.
But she liked it, right? Mind you, she liked it. But she said, it looks vintage.
I
That's what
did
they be rocking, though.
I did not say it looked vintage or what vintage meant, and I said it was anything 20 plus years.
It
Yes,
looks
20
I did
old.
not
plus
call
years.
that thing
I
vintage.
am
saying-
I did not say you were
and said we're
no, grandpa's vintage. I'm saying
Oh, Gramps, my dad.
we got this on
Don't
camera
worry,
now.
my dad.
called it
She
4K.
means
That's
that.
crazy.
She means that with the most admiration and love.
She's ancient.
He's ancient.
Wow.
Shout out to Dr. Londo. He put up with a lot of my jokes, including me calling him ancient.
Well, that's another thing. That your creativity also goes into jokings, which is why I feel like you get along with Dana so well. Is because your jokes and how
Her sense of humor is what it is. Dark
roast
princess humor.
Oh, you have that dark humor.
I do.
Can't create her sense of humor in ChatGPT
You
Nope.
can't. No,
or anywhere else. It
ChatGPT.
can't be duplicated.
She's unique.
That's why you're our daughter.
Duke.
That's why we're so happy to have you here all the time. In here right now, but through this whole journey, all the way around, it helps you be the person that you are. You make your own choices. With rules and stuff, chores and stuff. Who likes those? Nobody. We don't. But even when you're an adult, though, those things turn into responsibilities.
No,
So
Definitely.
you're doing
does.
great.
I'm
By the
gonna
way.
get-
We're gonna make now. If we don't gotta make now.
I'm gonna
We're
be
the
rich.
maids here.
I'm gonna,
Three of us. Everyone does their own thing.
Guys,
Of course.
I'm gonna be rich in the future, and I'm gonna make a lot of money, and I'm
She's
gonna
making
get out
dirty
here
here
to tell,
today.
they're gonna tell me that I'm dirty because
Your hair's here today. Yeah, that does happen though. People could have. That's another time.
Another time, yes, definitely for another time.
oh, absolutely.
But if there's anything else that you tell younger kids than you that are wanting to explore things, what would you want to tell them?
I definitely say go for it. It's definitely when someone says that it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, take that to heart because it absolutely is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I definitely believe that insecurity gets in the way of most of these journeys. And I know it took a lot of time for me to get past that and just be like, well, who cares what people think? Like, I know that still happens to me though. I still am like, I care what people think. But especially with like, ideas and opportunities, take those for granted and do them because you're not going to get another chance to do something like that. And it's definitely happened a lot with me. I've definitely lost a lot of opportunities. Go for it. If you're thinking of doing something, go for it. The worst that can happen is like, depending on what you're doing, just don't do anything illegal.
Right?
That's all.
Just go out there and do it.
Just
Don't think about doing it. Go do it is what you're saying.
yes,
Believe-
go do it. Believe in yourself. Don't let anyone stop you from what you want to do. And if they do stop you, tell them they can eat a shoe.
It's a good way to eat a shoe.
A shoe.
That's good. No, that's great to hear that. As you should tell anyone. It doesn't have to be your peers. It's anyone. Like
Right.
fostering good belief systems in people. Go do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
Because anyone can tell you that sucked. Well, what sucked about it? This is I know everything. What sucked about it? What didn't you like? I'll work on it. But go
Right.
be great and go do something.
Right. Don't take criticism as harsh criticism.
Don't take it personal. Right?
Right. Don't take it too personally. Work on it and grow from it. Especially with criticism. Constructive, right. If someone's being mean, tell them they can eat a shoe and then walk away and go ask someone that's nicer to you. I think that's definitely happened a lot with like, some of my friends. I've definitely told them my ideas and they were definitely like, maybe you should change that just a bit. And you take it to heart because you don't want to change your idea. But then once you listen to it, you're definitely like, agree or you can disagree in a nice way.
Opinions, that's what it is.
Right? Opinions matter unless they're being rude about it.
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. Still, but I'm just saying. No, I know. I could have used a better word,
You
but
could have
hey.
said anything else.
Everybody does have buckles though.
Opinions are like shoes. Most, if not everyone, wears some.
I like the buckle.
No, but anyways, no, that's good. As you should. You should uplift your peers,
Right.
those around you. So it's great to have you here, Mia. Thank you for being here.
Stop crying.
Stop, please.
Oh, you guys should read The Outsiders. That definitely gives you a good perspective.
We know.
We've read the outside.
We were there before you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See how she said that though? That's what's great about you. Is you're saying go read it. Don't go watch it. We've read it, we've watched it also. Everyone by now has, but
Right.
that right there is a testament to who you are. Cause
Movies don't give books credit.
exactly, see? She vinyl, she's making beats of her own. She has her own views and opinions and perception. She challenges yourself and others and the way to think. Just all around great. It's great. Thank you for right now. You don't even know what you're doing right now, but you're great. And I mean that in a good way. I'm thinking about a lot of stuff right now. Anything else you want to close out with?
Be curious, because curiosity may kill some cats, but not all.
It won't kill the cats that have 9 lives.
Point is that you only have one chance. Stay curious. And that sounds like something from a show.
Be kind, rewind.
You have to say salad, soup.
No, this is because we say soup, salad, sandwiches. By Maddie Matheson.
Dude,
Right,
all right.
right.
You have to site check it. You have to source reference where you get it from.
We're not stealing ideas.
We're not. We never do.
What we're doing is we're helping promote his soup, salad, sandwiches.
October
Like
28th.
Eminem's song "Lose Yourself." That one is a good example of what I'm trying to say. In the chorus, when he says you only have one shot, that one is yes. That is what I'm trying to
Look. That's, I'm just saying. See that? Those are her own thoughts. He didn't say go listen to Eminem's new song where he shouts out his daughters and his family and his everything. She gave you 8 Mile, Marshall.
I sure did.
She gave you Slim Shady.
Go watch 8 Mile. 8 Mile's amazing.
That wasn't a book, so that makes sense.
Yeah, you go watch that one because that one's really good and it portrays that song. I'll do it.
Should we do the same thing how we started? Oh, go ahead. Yeah, wrap it up.
Alright guys, so I think that's a pretty good recap. So see you on the next one. We're tuning out. Peace.
No reservations.
Every Thursday at 7.
Adios, fam.
Bam, 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 bam.